On a sweltering August morning, in the remote mountain town of Ash Hollow, West Virginia, a man stepped out of an old gray pickup truck. His faded t-shirt, worn-out jeans, and scuffed sneakers made him look like just another working-class drifter. No one would have guessed that this man, Marcus Langston, was the newly appointed chief of police. Marcus wasn't one for attention. In over 20 years of service, he'd seen it all: quiet acts of sacrifice from honest officers and deep cracks within the very institution he had vowed to uphold. Now, he had been handed one of the toughest assignments of his career: reform the Ash Hollow Police Department, a place long criticized by the media for racial bias and abuse of power. No one at the station knew what he looked like. The announcement of his appointment had been kept under wraps until that very morning's staff meeting. Marcus wanted to walk in unrecognized, to see the truth behind the uniforms and polite facades. The parking lot was buzzing. Officers chatted, smoked, sipped coffee. Marcus walked through slowly. No one greeted him. No one cared. As he passed the break room, a voice called out sharply, "Hey! What the hell are you doing here?" Marcus turned. A burly white officer with a buzz cut and a hard stare approached. The nameplate on his uniform read, "Officer Trent Mahoney." "This ain't a shelter," Mahoney barked with disdain. "You lost or something?" Before Marcus could respond, Mahoney stepped closer, his tone turning aggressive. "Get the hell out of here before I call someone to toss your ass out." A few other officers nearby watched with amusement. One chuckled. Another whispered, "Another guy who doesn't know his place." Then, without warning, Mahoney spit directly into Marcus's face. The room went dead silent. For a moment. Then the laughter came again. Louder. Meaner. Marcus didn't say a word. He slowly pulled a handkerchief from his pocket, wiped his face, and calmly asked, "Is this how you treat people around here?" Mahoney sneered. "People who don't belong? Yeah, sometimes it is." Marcus didn't reply. He simply turned and walked away. No one knew that in just a few minutes, they'd regret every word they'd just spoken. The morning briefing was held in the large conference room. Officers filed in, still laughing about the little show earlier. Mahoney leaned against the wall, coffee in hand, looking smug. Then Deputy Chief Linda Rhodes stepped up to the podium and clapped for attention. "All right, quiet down, folks. Today's a big day. It's my honor to introduce our new Chief of Police, a man with an outstanding record, known for turning around troubled departments across the country. Please welcome Chief Marcus Langston." The side door opened. Marcus, still in the same unassuming clothes, stepped onto the podium. The room froze. Mahoney dropped his coffee. His eyes widened in horror. Marcus opened a folder and slowly scanned the room, pausing slightly when his gaze met Mahoney's pale face. "Good morning," Marcus said, voice calm and steady. "I'm Marcus Langston. As of today, I am your new chief of police." Silence. "This morning, I arrived not as your chief, but as an anonymous citizen. What I witnessed was not just an insult to a stranger, it was an insult to the very badge you wear." Not a word. Not a chuckle. Marcus stepped down and walked straight to Mahoney. "Officer Mahoney, you didn't just spit on a man. You spit on the integrity of this department, on the trust of the people we serve, and maybe even on your own conscience, if you still have one." Mahoney stammered. I didn't know you were." "And that," Marcus interrupted, "is the problem. You didn't care who I was. You acted like I didn't matter. That ends today." Back at the front, Marcus looked out at the room. From this moment forward, every act of disrespect, toward citizens or colleagues, will be addressed. No more gray areas. No more cover-ups. No more silence. Then, the decision. Officer Trent Mahoney is hereby suspended effective immediately. An internal investigation begins today. A ripple of whispers. Eyes dropped. Those who had laughed now avoided Marcus's gaze. In the weeks that followed, Ash Hollow PD began to change. Officers like Mahoney faced scrutiny, and others were soon exposed. Young officers quietly approached Marcus, saying they had stayed silent out of fear, but didn't want to live like that anymore. At a community event one afternoon, a young boy tugged at Marcus's sleeve. "Are you really the police chief?" "Yes, I am. My dad says the cops don't care about people like us." Marcus knelt down to the boy's level, looked him in the eye. "I can't change the past. But I promise you, I'm here to change the future. If you ever need help, you can come to me. Anytime." The boy's smile reminded Marcus why he chose this fight, one most wouldn't dare to take. A year later, the Ash Hollow Police Department still wasn't perfect. But the silence had been replaced with voices. Fear had given way to trust. And instead of laughing at someone's pain, they were learning how to listen. Marcus knew hard days still lay ahead. But the fight had begun. And this time, justice had someone who wouldn't back down.